Hey, what's going on, everybody? This your boy Travis coming at y'all today with a video. And today we're gonna be watching She Thinks the World Revolves Around Her by Fresh and Fit. Now, this is a Fresh and Fit clip. I'm not, I don't own this content, stay content. I'm just gonna be giving my commentary over what I think they talking about and give either a different perspective or a similar perspective. I'm just gonna give my perspective on this content. I love the Fresh and Fit show. I think they do great work over there. They bring us very entertaining content in a fun but serious way. I love to get ladies involved in the conversation because sometimes I think if it's just a bunch of men talking, it might seem like we're beating up on the women. But when you get the women involved with the conversation, it makes it just makes it more open and it makes it more of a back and forth versus men just pounding on the women or women just pounding on the men. So without further ado, let's get this video a listen.
Men do get intimidated when women are more powerful than them.
They do. That's why,
especially in relationships, they feel like they want all the power in the
and
relationship.
that's why they don't care about your
up.
career status.
That's why they don't care, exactly, because they don't want to feel that intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're going to be 100% honest here, if a woman makes a certain amount of money, she's never going to look at a guy lower than her anyway.
Yeah.
So the probability of that actually occurring is slim to none anyway.
But it be like that sometimes.
Sometimes, but not often.
I mean, if a woman makes $100,000 a year, she ain't going to look at a dude that makes $50K a year.
Mm-mm.
She's going to want a man at least at her level.
Yeah.
That is very true right there. And that simple statement is really what I believe is causing such tremendous issues with just the dating environment we have in 2021, just in general. Because now women actually have the ability to make around the same amount of money as the average guy pretty easily. Women, in general, are better college graduates because if you give a woman a task and you tell her to do a task, women are very good at handling a task you assign to them. So going to college is kind of easy for women because you tell them to write a paper. They can go research the heck out that paper and give you a dissertation. If you tell them to do a project, women are very creative and artistic-y, and they love showing that side of them. They love showing their creativity and their artistic ability. So you tell them to go make a project, they will make you a stunning project, which is why women tend to graduate college more often than men. So because of that, when it's time to go into the workplace, women normally have a slight edge in that, just for the simple fact that most women, especially modern women, are gonna have some type of college education, just as a prerequisite to being in adulthood. A lot of women they go out and achieve that. So because they go out and achieve that, and they're able to go to the workplace and they can make $50, $60, $70,000 pretty easily, as well as this new social media influencing thing that we have, to where now any woman that has a decent body and a Fashion Nova account can make a pretty good living off just putting things on social media like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. She can market herself very well as have her $50, $60, $70,000 a year job. And because of that, it's just not that easy for men. Sometimes you hear them say that men play on veteran and women play on recruit. Well, that's kind of true in some cases. And because of that, it's just harder for women to look at the average man as competent because they have so many avenues that they can go make money in. And they're like, if you can't make more money than me, then how can I believe that you can do anything else better than me? Because money just symbolizes a lot of things: protection, provision, just all type of things.
It depends. What if she starts making $100K after they already met?
Exactly.
Start making the
Then
same
she probably
amount.
gonna
She'll drop
She's gonna leave
him.
him.
She's probably gonna leave.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, one of the highest projectors of divorce is when a woman gets a pay bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when women make more money, they try to find something at their level or better.
She said, fuck him.
That's
I don't need him no
crazy.
more.
Yeah.
But half of the time, it's not just her saying fuck him, this and that. It's just it brings problems to the relationship because men do feel intimidated.
Yeah.
by a powerful woman.
Well, that's not
or
true.
she feel like he a
That's
bum.
that's what you think. There's
feel like
literally
there's
no
a lot of
statistics
reasons-
on this conversation right here.
I'll tell you
this
right
is
now.
an opinionated conversation.
No, I'll give you the fact right now. If
What
a
are you
woman
gonna-
earns more money, she's going to be about 35% more likely to divorce that man.
Where did you get this fact from? I would like to see it.
This is a fact. You can look at divorce.
Well, see, what I like to do is when I talk about things, I like to always get to the root of it. The why is this. Why does when a woman makes more money, she wants to divorce her man? Why is that? Well, a woman is gonna feel like if I've leveled up as a woman and you haven't leveled up as a man, that now I'm above you. And a woman never wants to feel like she's above her man. She always wants her man to be progressing with her. She never wants to pass you, but she also wants to run as hard as possible to become successful. This is just what she wants to do. So if you're a man making $50,000 a year as a police officer, and then you put your woman through college, well, she's expecting you to become a lieutenant. She's expecting you to become just a higher ranked officer. She's expecting you to have a side hustle. She's expecting you to be moving up too, because she's looking at it like, if I was just with you for 4 years while I went through college and your income hasn't changed, but mine changed, then I must be better in some ways because I'm able to create more income and a better life for myself. And I don't want to be the only one creating this better life. So what happens is she starts looking at you like you're not as good as her in some senses, which of course we know is not true, but that's just the female nature. They can't help that because she has to feel like her man is better than her. She can't feel like her man is beneath her because she feels like as a woman, she's supposed to be with a king. She's not supposed to be taking care of a prince.
Statistics.
I really can't see it because you took our phones.
We have it on our link tree.
We have the links on our link tree.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and also about 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women, and a lot of the time it's based on money. So
Yeah.
I mean, he's speaking the truth. If a woman is in a leadership position, especially financially, it's going to dramatically increase the likelihood of her divorcing the man.
Listen, I've been in the point where I was in a relationship with somebody. Let's call this was a man.
It's all about you, huh? Yeah, that's not
Well,
about you.
what I'm saying is that he's all men. All men think this way. All men think this way. But that's your mentality on all.
I
men.
just
You're
stated
speaking
fact
on all
earlier.
men.
He's saying facts.
I stated a fact.
When
Majority.
was the
That's
last
all I
time you stated your like that you
I
fixed your
literally
facts?
10 seconds ago I just stated
No,
the fact.
not like that you stated it, but how like often do you renew your facts? Or is
All
it
the
just,
time. The divorce statistics are getting updated every year. This is a fact. 7 to 8 out of 10 divorces are initiated by women. A large predicator on divorces being initiated by women is a woman getting a pay bump or a pay raise.
So you update your link tree like every week?
We update it all the time.
Every year.
But I
Can you
mean,
listen to
That
We
nigga
update it all
facts
the
is
time, but
updated. Accept
Annually.
it
every
or
year?
step.
I mean, I'm surprised that you don't like. This is common knowledge, like marriage statistics. When it comes to like marriage and courtship, this is common stuff.
Inside the year,
that's
not
the
week.
statistics that you like. That
First first they not updated. Now it's just they just
No.
statistic.
No, that's no. What I'm saying is like that's just what like scientists want to see. There's a lot of
Scientists.
whatever you want to call it. Like there's a lot of relationships that don't get put in the statistics, and men will say whatever they want to say, and these statistics comes from a group of people that speak on it.
But if the
But they're-
but if the
they're just hearing
statistics
what the
were
people are
proving your
saying.
point, you will be using
But
them.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying
You
is
feel what
that
I'm
they're
saying?
just
So-
using what
That's
people
just
are
the
saying.
fact.
So
Don't
at the
just
end
be
of the
like
day,
this
it comes.
stati-
And you have to understand where she's coming from. She is a woman who probably wants to get married sometime in the future, right? So, or she's advocating for women that want to get married. So, when she hears Fit saying that most likely if you're going to get a divorce, if you're going to get a divorce, it's going to be because of the woman wanted to leave you. Like, women have to combat that because that's just in their mentality. Even though this is probably 100% fact, I don't doubt that Fit is bringing nothing but facts to the table. She has to combat the idea to men that there's a 70 to 80% chance that you'll get divorced if you marry a woman if she makes more money than you or whatever the case is, because that significantly lowers her chance of becoming married if the general population believes that, hey, if I marry this woman, she's just gonna divorce me. Women do not want to walk around single, guys. You have to understand that. They play that hot girl summer stuff. A lot of that is just internal pain and trauma and peacocking and parroting. Women don't want to be single till they're 40. It just happens. It just happens. So let's get back into it.
So opinionated. Oh yeah, she left me because of money problems.
Yeah, but what he's saying is when women gets a divorce, right, they have to go to court. So that's when they update it. So the courts keep track of it, and the reason why the women are
it's all
breaking up.
tracked. I mean,
It's
so
just
it's not-
facts.
And
It's just facts.
The women in court
all the time.
The
That
women
could
in
be a
court
high
say, "I'm
reason why
leaving
we
him because
wanna
he don't have
divorce
enough
y'all.
money." That's what the women in court go and say. I'm leaving him because he ain't
Yeah.
got enough money.
I understand that you're saying I'm opinionated and stuff, but here are the cold hard facts. Over 50% of marriages end in divorce. 7 to 8 out of 10 of those divorces, 70 to 80%, are initiated by women. The more money a woman makes in said relationship, especially if she gets a pay raise, it increases the likelihood of said divorce. 90% of alimony paid in divorce is from men to women. These are facts. This is not my opinion. This is the truth. This is how it goes.
I get.
You don't have to like the facts, but that's what it is. So all I'm simply saying is you're saying, well, you're...
And you can see her face. Like, you can see, like, let's just look at the young woman right here. How she's like, yeah, he kind of telling the truth. Like, yeah, that doesn't sound pretty fun if I was a dude. She's wearing it on her face. So is she. She's like, why are we talking about that? She might have a guy in mind that she wants to get married to. And if he sees her on this show and he's hearing all of this, what you think he's gonna think? He's like, oh, so if you start making more money than me, you're gonna want to leave me? I mean, she knows it's true, but she doesn't want to have the conversation. You see what I'm saying? And she, Miss Lady right here, she heard all of that and she's like, yeah, but she's trying to show, she wants to get off, and you can see it on her face. She wants to let him know that what you're saying could happen in reverse, and it also might not happen. Like, she keeps trying to reinforce that because she's trying to defend the sisterhood, because if what he's saying becomes just like general thought or general idea, that's a bad look from women. You got to understand, women naturally want to be taken care of. So if the average man thinks that a woman is not worth taking care of, that means they have to do it for themselves. And a lot of these young women, they're getting by because of their looks, but they know their looks fade. They know that their clock is ticking if they want to become wives and mothers and aunties and all that stuff. They don't want to be working like a man till they're 70. So she has to try to defend that. And that's why it looks like she's so ready to say something against the facts that he's spitting, while the other women are not even trying to really put in any input because they just want to hide these facts under the rug. They don't even want to talk about it. They just want you to look at how pretty they are, look at how nice they look in their new outfit, look how good their hair is. They just want you to fall in love with the look so that you can overlook the potential negative that might come with you entertaining the look that you're falling in love with.
You're intimidated because I make more money than you. No, it's that if men know deep down that if their girl earns more money than them, the likelihood of the relationship ending is fairly high.
Yeah.
So why am I going to get with a girl that's going to probably leave me and or not respect me? Here's another thing too. If a woman makes more money than you, she's going to start wearing pants in a relationship a lot of the time. And women, whether you want to accept it or not, are not built to lead men. If you ask 100 women, hey, do you want to be the leader?
And this face right here says it all. She said, what do you mean? Look, yes, it's 2021, about to be 2022. We live in a new day and age. Absolutely. But you have to understand that women are queens. Men are kings. The king is above the queen in every aspect of life, and whether it's the Bible, whether it's a fairy tale, whether it's a comic, whether it's whatever. The king is the absolute ruler of the land, and the queen sits right next to him. The problem that we have with modern relationships now is that a lot of women are trying to make the queen position equal to or greater than the king position, and that just not does not simply work, because the women think that they can handle being the king, but they don't want any of the fallback from being the king. When things are going right, she wants the king's glory. But when things are going wrong, she wants to have all of that wrong fall back on the actual king. And a lot of men are just not trying to deal with that, which is why you have this extreme rise in like the feminist movement, this extreme rise in like talking about patriarchies and all of this stuff, because they want to have their cake and eat it too. But men aren't built like that. True men that want to be men aren't built to let women lead their lives. And it's not necessarily saying that a woman can't lead your life. It's just a simple fact that that's just not how it is. Even in the animal kingdom, the lion is the king of the jungle. You see what I'm saying? The lion is the king of the jungle. We don't say the lioness is the queen of the jungle. It's just something that's understood. If you see a lioness with a lion, you understand what she is. But a lot of these lionesses they don't have a lion with them, but they still want that queen title. But to get that queen title in general, you have to get with a king, and there's not enough kings to go around. And that's another problem. There's just not enough kings to go around.
Relationship, or do you want the guy to be the leader?
Wait.
95 of them are going to say, I want the guy to lead.
Myron, she just scuffed. Wait, women are built to lead men?
We're all built to lead.
Are women built to lead men?
It's literally like a personal thing. Like,
are women built to lead men?
There's men that are leaders.
Are women built to lead men? It's a yes or no question.
I'm telling you, you're not listening.
It's the yes or no question. You're just talking too much.
There is women that are meant to lead, and there's men that are meant to lead.
No, they're not.
How old are you? You're like 19.
My nigga, I'm 21.
You're like, that's all you've been doing the whole time. That's literally
Bro, are women meant to lead men?
I'm saying that there's some women that are meant to lead.
You're not.
The reason why she can't say yes or no is because women believe that life is very complex and layered. Men, on the other hand, we believe that life is very simple. So I'm gonna leave it at this because the video is getting pretty long. It's almost 20 minutes long. If you do want to finish watching the rest of this, I'll leave a link in the description. But this is what we do here, man. I give my perspective on topical videos. I try to get to the root of things. I don't like to talk about things from the surface level, because I believe that if you can understand the root of a situation, then you can understand both sides, and you can actually determine who you think is right or wrong from there. The petty disagreements, the petty back and forths, that's gonna happen when we don't understand the root of a situation. He's young, but he also has a little bit of knowledge. Like, he understands that I'm asking you a yes or no question and you're talking around it. And she understands that if I answer yes, women are meant to lead men, that's going to seem kind of foolish. But if I answer no, women are not meant to lead men, then it's going to make my entire argument seem irrelevant. It's going to make the guys seem like they're right. So they're trying to multi-layer it and double speak it and just say a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that. But at the end of the day, we all know what it is, man. If you like this video, leave me a subscribe and check me out in the next one.